Have you ever noticed how, as the years go by, it feels harder to keep the same strength you once had? You might work out, eat reasonably well, and still wonder why the muscles don't respond the way they used to. This isn't just in your head, it's biology. After the age of 60, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass at a rate of up to 1% per year, a process known as sarcopenia. But here's the remarkable truth. Neuroscience and nutritional science now show us that muscle loss is not an inevitable decline. It's a signal, a call to action, and there are natural, research-backed ways to reverse the trajectory. One of the most overlooked tools, natural powders. Not synthetic stimulants or complicated drug regimens, but concentrated nutrients from plants, seeds, and roots that have been used in traditional medicine for centuries, now confirmed by modern research to have profound effects on muscle repair, protein synthesis, and energy metabolism. Here's why this matters so much. Muscle isn't just about looking fit. It's your metabolic engine. It protects your joints, stabilizes your posture, prevents falls, and even acts like an organ that communicates with your brain through molecules called myokines. Stronger muscles mean sharper thinking, better balance, and even a reduced risk of diseases like diabetes and dementia. So the stakes are high, and the good news is that even if you're starting late, the body is always adapting. Just like the brain builds new neural pathways when you learn a language, your muscles can still build new fibers and regain strength, provided you give them the right signals and the right nutrients. In today's talk, we'll explore 5 natural powders that science shows can accelerate muscle rebuilding after 60. I'll explain how each one works in the body, what the research says, and most importantly, how to use them in your daily routine. You'll walk away with practical tools you can start applying immediately, not vague advice, but real actionable steps that have the power to reshape your strength, energy, and even the way you age. Because aging isn't just about adding years, it's about adding life to those years. And muscle is the foundation. When it comes to rebuilding muscle after 60, one of the most powerful and perhaps underappreciated nutrients is protein, specifically whey protein isolate. Now, you might be thinking, I already eat chicken, fish, or eggs. Why would I need a powder? Here's the key insight. As we age, our muscles become what scientists call anabolically resistant. That means they don't respond to protein signals as effectively as they did when we were younger. Think of your muscles like soil in a garden. In your 20s, almost any seed you plant, a little protein, a little exercise would sprout quickly. But after 60, the soil hardens. The seeds still grow, but they need more water, sunlight, and nutrients to take root. In the same way, your muscles require higher quality protein and larger doses of leucine, the amino acid trigger for muscle growth, to activate the repair process. This is where whey protein isolate shines. It's rapidly absorbed, rich in essential amino acids, and particularly high in leucine. Research shows that even a 20-30 gram serving of whey protein isolate after resistance training can significantly increase muscle protein synthesis in older adults, almost as much as in younger populations. It's like flipping the switch back on, telling your muscles, yes, it's time to rebuild. But it's not just about building size. Protein also supports your immune system, keeps blood sugar stable, and protects against the frailty that often leads to falls and hospitalizations. Imagine being able to climb stairs with confidence, carry groceries with ease, or simply get out of a chair without struggle. That's what consistent protein intake makes possible. A simple tool to apply is this: aim for 25-30 grams of high-quality protein, ideally from whey isolate within 30 minutes after resistance exercise. That's the critical window when your muscles are most hungry for repair. If you're not exercising, you can still benefit by using whey to anchor meals, especially breakfast, a time when many people skimp on protein. And here's an empowering point. Studies show that when seniors combine whey protein supplementation with light resistance training, even just bands or bodyweight movements, the results are dramatically amplified. It's not about lifting heavy, it's about sending your muscles the right message at the right time with the right fuel. So whey protein isn't just a supplement. It's a signal, a way to remind your body that strength is still possible, that resilience is still within reach, no matter your age. If whey protein is the builder, then creatine monohydrate is the energizer. Many people think of creatine as something only bodybuilders in their 20s use, but research is crystal clear. Creatine may actually be more important after 60 than before, because creatine works at the level of your body's energy currency, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Every single time you lift a weight, stand up from a chair, or even take a brisk walk, your muscles are burning through ATP. But here's the challenge: as we age, our cells lose some of their ability to recycle ATP quickly. That's why older adults often describe fatigue, slower recovery, or a sense that their battery drains faster. Creatine functions like an extra energy reservoir, replenishing ATP so you can sustain muscle contractions longer and recover faster between efforts. And there's another layer most people don't realize: creatine is not just for muscle, it's for your brain. Several studies have shown that older adults supplementing with creatine see improvements in short-term memory, cognitive flexibility, and even resistance to mental fatigue. It's like charging both your muscles and your mind. Here's what the research shows. A daily dose of about 3-5 grams of creatine monohydrate can significantly improve strength, increase lean mass, and enhance recovery, even in seniors who aren't doing intense gym workouts. Pairing creatine with resistance training amplifies the results further, helping older adults regain functional strength that translates into daily independence. To put it into perspective, imagine a rechargeable flashlight. Without creatine, the flashlight dims quickly, forcing you to stop and rest. With creatine, the beam stays bright longer, giving you more endurance, more confidence, and a greater margin of safety in your physical activities. A simple tool to apply is this: mix creatine into your morning smoothie, or even stir it into water with your whey protein after exercise. It's tasteless, it dissolves easily, and it builds up in your system over time. So consistency is the real key. And if this insight is resonating with you, let me pause for a moment. My goal here is to empower you with science-based tools to keep your body strong and your mind sharp as you age. If you're finding value in this, consider subscribing to the channel, because this community is all about giving you strategies, not just information, to extend the quality of your years. Creatine is more than a supplement. It's a lifeline of energy, restoring what time tries to take away. It gives you back control of your muscle power, your mental clarity, and your vitality. Now, while whey and creatine work directly on muscle growth and energy, there's another piece of the puzzle many people overlook: the connective tissue that holds everything together. Muscles don't work in isolation. They pull on tendons, glide across joints, and rely on strong ligaments and bones to transmit force. And here's the reality: after 60, it's often not the muscle itself that limits strength, but the tissues surrounding the muscle. This is where collagen peptide powder becomes essential. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. It's the glue that keeps your tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and even skin resilient. But here's the challenge. By the time you reach your 60, natural collagen production has dropped by more than 50%. That's why joints feel stiffer, recovery is slower, and injuries seem to come out of nowhere. You may have noticed that even after light exercise, it takes longer for soreness or joint discomfort to fade. Collagen peptides provide the specific amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, that your body needs to repair and rebuild these connective tissues. Think of them as the bricks and mortar for your joints and tendons. Unlike whey, which is designed to spark muscle protein synthesis, collagen supplies the raw materials for structural repair. A fascinating study found that when older adults consumed collagen peptides before resistance training, they experienced not just increases in muscle mass, but also measurable improvements in joint function and mobility. That's crucial, because what good is stronger muscle if the joints can't handle the load? Here's a simple tool. Take 10-15 grams of collagen peptide powder about an hour before exercise, ideally with a source of vitamin C like citrus or berries. Vitamin C acts like the ignition key, helping your body convert those amino acids into strong collagen fibers. Over time, this practice can reduce joint discomfort, improve flexibility, and make strength training safer and more sustainable. Imagine collagen as the scaffolding of a building. You can add new floors, muscle, but if the scaffolding is weak, the whole structure is at risk. By reinforcing tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, collagen ensures that your new muscle strength translates into real-world performance, whether that's walking uphill, gardening, or dancing without hesitation. So collagen is not about vanity or skin alone. It's about durability. It's about ensuring that your muscles have a strong foundation to pull against, so you can keep moving with confidence for decades to come. We've looked at whey, creatine, and collagen, each playing a unique role in rebuilding strength. But there's another category of natural powder that doesn't just feed the muscles, it protects them. That's where spirulina comes in. Spirulina is a type of blue-green algae, one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. It's been consumed for centuries, and modern research now confirms what ancient cultures knew. Spirulina is a powerhouse for energy and resilience. What makes it so special for muscle health after 60 is its dual role as both protein and protector. First, protein. Spirulina is about 60–70% complete protein by weight, and unlike many plant sources, it provides all the essential amino acids. That means it can contribute to the raw materials needed for muscle repair, especially for those who may prefer more plant-based options. But spirulina goes beyond protein. It's also loaded with iron, B vitamins, and powerful antioxidants like phycocyanin. Why does this matter? Because as we age, oxidative stress, the buildup of cellular rust, becomes one of the biggest enemies of muscle recovery. Every time you exercise, your muscles generate free radicals. In youth, the body's antioxidant defenses neutralize them easily, but later in life, that defense system weakens, and the result is lingering inflammation, slower healing, and greater muscle breakdown. Spirulina acts like a shield, neutralizing free radicals and lowering inflammation so your muscles can recover instead of deteriorating. Here's a practical tool. Try adding 1 to 2 teaspoons of spirulina powder into a smoothie, or even blending it with water and lemon. The taste is earthy, but the impact is profound: steadier energy, improved endurance, and faster recovery. Some studies even show spirulina improves oxygen uptake in the muscles, meaning you can walk farther, exercise longer, and fatigue less quickly. Think of spirulina as a bodyguard for your muscles, keeping damage at bay while still providing the building blocks for repair. Over time, this translates into more consistent strength gains, better stamina, and a greater sense of vitality. And if you've been nodding along, recognizing that these insights are giving you practical tools to take back control of your health, let me pause here. This channel is all about empowering you with science you can use. If this resonates, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. We're building a community that values strength, resilience, and smarter aging. Spirulina may look humble, a green powder that stains your spoon, but inside it sets delivering a powerful message to your body. You still have strength, you still have energy, let sets protect it. Up to this point, we've focused on powders that directly build or protect muscle, but there's another dimension of strength that often gets overlooked: hormonal balance and vitality. This is where Maca Root powder comes in. Maca is a root vegetable grown high in the Andes Mountains, sometimes called Peruvian ginseng. For centuries, it's been prized for its ability to boost stamina, energy, and fertility. But modern research is revealing something deeper. Maca functions as an adaptogen, a natural compound that helps the body restore balance in times of stress. Why does this matter for muscle rebuilding after 60? Because hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone, all critical for muscle maintenance, tend to decline with age. This hormonal drop doesn't just affect physical strength, it impacts mood, motivation, energy levels, and even sleep quality. And without stable energy and consistent recovery, building muscle becomes an uphill battle. Maca doesn't work like synthetic hormones. Instead, it gently supports the body's own regulatory systems. Studies suggest Maca can improve energy availability, enhance mood, and even increase exercise tolerance. Many older adults who take it report a noticeable lift in vitality, not in a jittery way, but as a steadier baseline of energy throughout the day. Here's a simple tool. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons of maca powder into your morning routine, whether in oatmeal, coffee, or a smoothie. Because maca has a nutty, slightly sweet taste, it blends easily without overpowering your food. Over time, this can help improve stamina during workouts, support better sleep, and stabilize mood, all of which indirectly fuel muscle recovery. Think of maca as the motivator among the powders. If whey is the builder, creatine the energizer, collagen the scaffolding, and spirulina the protector, then maca is the spark, helping you feel ready to move, to exercise, to engage with life. And that motivation is half the battle when it comes to staying consistent in your training and nutrition habits after 60. Because ultimately, muscle is not just about tissue, it's about vitality. It's about feeling strong enough in both body and spirit to keep doing the things that give your life meaning. And Maca, by supporting energy and hormonal resilience, helps keep that spark alive. We've explored 5 powerful powders, each with its own unique role, but the truth is, their greatest impact doesn't come when used in isolation. It comes when you understand how to time, pair, and integrate them into your daily rhythm. This is where science meets practicality, the synergy that makes everything more effective. Here's what the research shows. Muscle growth after 60 depends not just on what you eat, but on when you eat it and how it pairs with activity. For example, protein timing matters. Consuming whey protein isolate within 30 minutes after resistance training gives your muscles the building blocks exactly when they're most receptive. Add creatine to that post-workout shake and you're doubling down, fueling both energy recovery and muscle synthesis at the same time. Now think about collagen. Collagen works best before exercise, especially when taken with vitamin C. That timing ensures the amino acids are circulating right as your tendons and joints are being stressed, helping them repair and adapt. Spirulina, on the other hand, shines as a daily foundation protecting against oxidative stress, whether you take it in the morning or midday. And Maca, because it's an energy and vitality booster, it often works best earlier in the day, supporting motivation and stamina for both exercise and daily activities. Here's a simple daily framework you can apply. Morning, start with Maca and Spirulina. Maca to energize, Spirulina to protect. Pre-workout, about an hour before, take collagen with a source of vitamin C. Post-workout, combine whey protein isolate with creatine for the ultimate recovery and rebuilding signal. Rest days, continue Maca and Spirulina in the morning, keep collagen once daily, and use whey as needed to meet your protein target. What's happening in your body when you follow this rhythm is extraordinary. You're essentially creating an environment where your muscles, joints, and energy systems are always being supported, primed for growth, repair, and resilience. It's like setting up a symphony where each instrument plays at just the right time, creating harmony instead of noise. And the beauty is, none of this requires extremes. You don't have to spend hours in the gym or adopt rigid diets. These powders, when layered into a balanced lifestyle with regular movement, can dramatically shift how your body ages from decline to renewal. So the key insight here is that it's not just about individual nutrients, it's about strategy. About treating your body like the adaptive, resilient system it is and giving it the right cues at the right time. That's how you rebuild muscle after 60, not through force, but through precision. We've covered a lot of ground today, but let's step back and see the bigger picture. After 60, muscle isn't just about strength, it's about independence, confidence, and the ability to keep doing the things you love without hesitation. Whether it's walking up the stairs, playing with grandchildren, tending the garden, or traveling with ease, strong, resilient muscles are at the center of a vibrant life. The reality is that sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle, is real, but it's not inevitable. And the science is clear. The body at any age still responds to the right inputs. Just like the brain can form new connections well into our later years, muscles can rebuild, repair, and even grow if we give them the proper signals and nutrients. That's where these 5 natural powders fit in. Each one plays a distinct role. Whey protein isolate, the builder, rich and loosen to flip the muscle growth switch back on. Creatine monohydrate, the energizer, replenishing ATP and supporting both muscle and brain resilience. Collagen peptides, the scaffolding, strengthening joints, tendons, and bones so your new strength has a safe foundation. Spirulina, the protector, buffering oxidative stress and giving your body nutrient-dense support. Maca Root, the motivator, balancing energy and hormonal vitality to keep you engaged and consistent. And when you combine them in the right rhythm, collagen before training, whey and creatine after, Maca and Spirulina in the morning, you create synergy. Instead of working harder and harder with diminishing returns, you work smarter. You align with your body's biology, supporting its natural processes rather than fighting against them. But here's the most important takeaway. This isn't just about powders. It's about what they represent. A proactive choice to invest in yourself. Every scoop you stir into a glass, every small action you repeat, is a signal to your body and your brain. I'm not giving in to decline. I'm choosing strength. I'm choosing life. So here's my challenge to you. Pick just one of these strategies and start today. Maybe it's adding whey protein after your walk. Maybe it's trying collagen before light resistance training. Maybe it's energizing your morning with maca and spirulina. Don't wait for the perfect plan. The key is action, small, consistent steps compound into transformation. Because the truth is, you have more influence over your health trajectory than you may realize. The science shows it. The stories of resilient, thriving older adults around the world prove it, and you can live it. So as we close, I want to invite you to be part of this community, a space where science meets action and where we lift each other towards stronger, healthier years ahead. If this message has inspired you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Not just to support the channel, but to signal to yourself that you're committed to this journey. Because aging is not just about adding years. It's about adding life to those years. And with the right tools, with strength, energy, and vitality, your best days can still be ahead of you.